We're back here in the park once again. Place where we dug many rings. Jordan come down on his e-bike and I drove down. But anyways, we've detected this area pretty hard in through here. Looking for high tones, low tones. But Jordan's been doing pretty good here lately. He's found some pretty cool finds that he's put on TikTok. If you haven't checked out TikTok, check us out on TikTok. It's Aqualand _relics. But anyways, I got my second find. So, well, really this is my fourth find, but the second keeper. 2 nickels and 2 pull tabs. So I'm on the right track. See if I can find a ring before the day's out. Looks like there could be a storm coming, so might be shorter than I think. Prime example why you should always have gloves on. Here's a razor blade right here in the old pool site. I'm on the opposite side today. That's where I'm usually at, over there along that edge. This here was a smaller side of the pool, so I'm over here today checking out for the low numbers once again. But this come up at I guess about a 44, 45. I thought it was a really good potential. I guess a good potential to cut myself. Be careful, guys. Don't watch my hands. You should always have gloves on. If you look up through here, I guess you can see that really lightish colored line that goes right up by my coil right there and runs the whole way down to that big pine tree. Anyways, this is where the old fence line used to be. This surrounded the pool. On the other side, we have found countless rings right up against the fence. I guess people like bringing their beach towels right up against the fence, you know, where they had the fence to their back, whatever. But right here is the fence line. You can see it probably a little bit better now. In this hole, it was coming up a 58, 59. And pretty sure I got myself a ring. I didn't pluck it out because I seen roundness in the hole. It might not even be a ring, but I'm almost 99% positive it is. Let's see here. Yes, okay, it is a ring. I don't know if it's going to be anything good. I'm kind of thinking probably not. I mean, it could be possibly something. It's heavy. Really surprised how heavy it is. But usually if it's gold, it cleans up pretty nice right off the get-go. So I'm just thinking this is probably a Bazinga ring. But still, that's almost every night I've been down here. Oh, I got a ring I want to show you here. I'm going to show it up right now. That's a bat ring. I found it here last night. It was right over there. I don't know much about it. Only a half of a ring. But when I seen that blue stone in it, man, I got excited because I thought, wow, this is going to be, this is a class ring. But it wasn't a class ring. It was just this so-called bat ring. Okay, made a rookie mistake here. I covered the hole back up. Swung back over it. Got another signal. I thought maybe it was a double ring. Ended up being a nickel. Maybe this is what I heard first and that other ring come out with it. I'm not sure. But always check your holes. I mean, I've already pulled this nickel out, and then there was an old shredded up penny also down in that hole. So always make sure you recheck the hole. If you don't check it with your pinpointer, you know, always recheck it with your metal detector. Here's another quick tip for you guys, especially you guys just starting out. I see it a lot down at the ocean. When you're swinging, don't cup your swings. I see a lot of people when they come up, they swing up in the air like that. Maybe not quite that high, but every time you raise that coil away from the ground, you're losing depth. So when you swing, you want to keep it right closest to the ground as you can get it. Just like that. A nice, you know, and don't reach too far if you can't swing a good, nice, clear swing. And then when you take your step, just try to go right above your last swing. And just keep doing that, and you'll be surprised the difference it makes. You know, keep your swing nice and decently slow. And then when you find that signal you want to check over, I do that. There's a signal right there. But just a quick tip that I see a lot of newbies do wrong is that horrible swing. So always keep it right parallel with the ground. This one here was coming up 48.49. It looks like it's pretty heavy. Looks like it's maybe a cat charm, black cat charm. I don't know if it's silver. I wouldn't think it's silver. I don't think it come up high enough to be silver, but it looks like it was probably, I'm guessing, a charm at one point in time. Maybe the charm, the little piece that held it on the charm was right there and broke off. So it wasn't very deep. It was only maybe 2 inches deep. So just another piece of jewelry. Dug this hole. It was a nickel ringtone. And over here underneath this pine tree, just clumpy. And I thought it was pretty cool. I don't know if you can see it right there in the plug, but I'm guessing it's probably going to be a nickel. Let's check it out together. Yep, definitely what it is. So I'm still on the right mark here. It's just a modern nickel. Dug, I don't know. I'll do a complete roundup at this video. I'm going to put all 3 days worth of finds in that video and just let you see some of the stuff I dug. Here's an unusual find. It was coming up a pretty strong signal, I guess because of the foil package that it's in. Pink pill with a letter B on it. I imagine somebody knows what that pill is out there. I'm just curious. Let me know what it is if you know. It's got a B on it. Alright guys, I'm back. This is going to be a roundup of the last 3 videos I've done. Talking about the Simplex, all the different tips and stuff like that for the Simplex that I found that works for me pretty decent. The 9.5 by 5 coil up here in the park in the pool. If you haven't checked the other 2 videos out, you might want to go back and check them out. I think there was some pretty good information. Had a lot of feedback from viewers saying they really liked the information that was put out. So if you haven't seen them 2 videos, make sure you go back and catch them. This is the roundup to them other 2 videos. But anyways, today, Hurricane Ida, well now it's Tropical Storm Ida, I guess, is coming up the coast, and we're getting the rain from Ida. So probably won't dig any today. So I had some time to clean up some of my stuff. I wanted to show you, I think a lot of times, especially new people into the hobby, hang in there. A lot of times you watch these videos to learn, and sometimes, Aqualand Relics included, we show mostly our good finds. And it makes metal detecting look easy. And by no means is metal detecting easy. It's a lot of work. A lot of digging of holes, which you'll see here in a little bit. A lot of digging holes for a little bit of a payoff. A lot of people come into the hobby thinking that, oh man, I'll be able to pay off my mortgage when I find all this stuff, you know, through metal detecting. It's not like that. If you come into the hobby like that, you're not going to last very long. When I came into the hobby, honestly, for exercise. And I thought, man, maybe I'll find a couple cool finds. My first find was a Civil War bullet. So that really kicked it off for me. When I found that Civil War bullet, I was hooked. And I've been doing it now for about 9.5 years. But I just wanted to show you some of the finds. I wanted to show you one more little trick or tip that I found out works good for me on the Simplex. A lot of people like to notch out. I normally don't notch out. This video's here in these 2 series were not anything notched out. I was digging it out, everything I could hear. As long as I thought it was a ring, I was digging it. But a couple videos ago, I did some notching out. And when you have your detector on, especially when you're out in the ground, sometimes even if you're in the air, you'll hear it beep. And that automatically, the line that you're notching moves to what you beep. So I found if you unhook the coil, and I'm going to show you here, I'm going to give you a little demonstration. I hope you can see this pretty decent. Okay, let's turn it up here so we can hear it. But you can hear all them little ticks that it's making. And as I began to try to notch out, I realized my notch button would move from here to there to wherever that signal was that it was actually picking up. I found if you actually unhook the coil, which I'm going to do right here, right now is what I'm doing, unhooking the coil. Okay, that stops all noise. So now I can go into notch mode and I can notch out whatever signal I want to notch out. You know, some people like to notch the lower numbers. It all depends on what you're hunting. But, you know, you can see my little arrow as it moves across. Just move the spot, going back. When you want to notch something out, you get to wherever the number. Let's do, right there's 30. Say I want to notch out all 30s. So what I do is, I go there to 30, which is right there. And then, well, waited too long. Okay, let's go back up here to 30. All right, now I'm at 30. You come over here. This is your actual button to notch out with. So I can just start notching out numbers. There, I notched out 30 to 50. Now I want to bring them back into play. Same button. You just push it. This is actually your pinpoint button that you're pushing. So I want to accept, and accept. So now my detector is in Park 2 and it's fully wide open, ready to hear every signal in the ground. But the reason I wanted to do this video, we're going to go over here now. I got everything cleaned up. And I wanted to show you. I got it written down here because I didn't want to give you false information. 176 pull tabs. That's with that little, remember the pink pill with a letter either B or an 8. I can't really tell. I'm pretty sure it's a B. I think it's in this video. I'm just curious what it was. It's going to go in the trash here in a minute. There's that razor blade I dug without gloves on in the pool. But 176 pull tabs. I have 50 nickels here. And then there at the last video, I switched over and I was digging some 70 signal. Matter of fact, when I dug the 70 signal, I dug this ring right here. And this cute little, it's a 925 silver heart ring. But, so I dug 13 pennies. So that gives me a total of 239 digs. So everything you see here, excluding this, so you can add in 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 more items. So 249 total digs that day. So I dug all this junk, nickels, and pennies to get these couple little rings. What is it? 5 rings? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 rings and this broken bat ring. So you can see it's a lot of work. Every one of them pull tabs, I had to dig a hole. So you can see it can be very frustrating when you're looking for rings. So I have a lot of people say, how do you find rings? I mean, I don't understand how you can find so many rings. It's called digging. I mean, plain and simple. You got to dig. A lot of people give up on rings because it's hard. Unfortunately, on mostly all machines, pull tabs are going to come right around the same tone as your gold rings and stuff like that. Usually your silver is a little higher. That's why I dug the silver rings when I started digging these higher numbers. But you can see a lot of time consuming. This was over a 3-day period. And some of this stuff I got here was not even, this was 3 days, but it wasn't at this spot. This was in another area that I dug. All that in there just to get a couple little items right there, like a little lipstick case. That'll be an upcoming video. But you can see, you know, you got to have a lot of patience with metal detecting. There's a lot of work involved, and a lot of people ain't willing to put that time into it. A lot of people give up before they even really know their machine because it's just too much work. You know, they expect it to be a fun hobby, which it is. It's a fun hobby. But on that same token, it can be a lot of work. But make sure you keep all your trash. I mean, you've already dug it out of the ground. Why put it back in the ground? We like to come over here. We used to do this all the time so people could see us. So today I'm going back to our old roots and emptying my trash. But I hope you enjoyed these last 2 videos. I hope you learned something from them. We're going to try to get into more techniques and tips and stuff like that because a lot of people said that's what they want to see. So anyways, couple cool finds, couple okay finds, but a lot of work. Hang in there, guys, and keep digging.